guys, welcome to my channel, welcome to DIY Art Plus. So today I'm gonna make a painting and I'm gonna use my 8x10 size of canvas, and these are the color I'm gonna use. It's blue, black, white, orange, brown, and this is just a regular red. Alright, now if you're painting first time, welcome to my channel. I usually like to paint something very easy and something fun, and you can also paint with me step by step if you like. So I'm gonna literally tell you what to do. So go grab your canvas, paintbrush. If you don't have canvas, you can also paint on watercolor paper, why not? So these are the color I'm gonna use mostly. So this is a flat brush. If you want to know the number, it's right here. And I have this small little brush. This is here, you can check the number. And I have this round brush. It's super old, as you can see. I don't know if you can see the number. It just says, I don't know if you can see the numbers here, but yeah. I always like to say this is use whatever brush you have available and whatever you're comfortable with. Alright, so now let's start drawing a nice big moon. So here's the plan. I'm gonna add a nice big moon here, and then some more details around. Okay, so let me see if I can find something to put it right here for the moon. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I have this little lid for my jar, so I'm gonna use this as a guide, and I'm just gonna draw a very rough outline. So maybe let's say I'm gonna add my moon maybe right here in the middle on the top. So I'm gonna add a little water down here. Okay, so here's my moon. As you can see, it's not a round, so it doesn't have to be perfectly round. Alright, so now let's start adding some colors. Okay, so first I'm gonna use my big brush. I'm just gonna dip it in my water here. Alright, and I'm just gonna work on my around the moon area first. Actually, you know what, I'm just gonna work on the moon first. So first I'm gonna create that nice let me show you what color I'm gonna make. So here I'm just gonna take a little white, a little bit of orange, and tiny little brown, not too much. Okay, I'm gonna mix it all together. As you can see, I'm only using like one side of my brush here. Okay, a little bit more brown. Okay, I think I like this color, almost like a skin color, but I'm just gonna make a little bit more here. Okay, now I'm just gonna apply it on my moon here. Okay, I just want to make sure you guys can see this. Yes. Okay, so first I'm just gonna go around, fill my whole moon. Now it's okay if you go a little bit outside of your moon, that's perfectly fine. Super easy, right? I'm just gonna go one more time with some more paint on it. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some more texture on my moon. So I'm not really cleaning my brush here. I'm just gonna take some white paint on one side of my brush, and I'm mostly gonna make my right side a little bit more lighter and left side a little bit more darker. So I'm just gonna add some kind of dots like that. I'm just gonna dab there. Now it's okay if somebody is more darker, somebody is more lighter. I like to say is just keep going until you are, until you like this. So just keep adding this. I don't like to do it too much here, but just maybe a little bit here. I'm just using one side of my brush, as you can see. Alright, so now I'm just gonna use my next color. At any point, if you feel like I'm going too fast, you can just pause the video and then just start again. Okay, so I'm gonna use my orange. So I take a little bit of orange and a little bit of white, gonna mix it together. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing. As you can see, it looks kind of a little orange, right? So that's what I'm gonna do here. And I like to say, trust the process, keep going. If you don't like this color at the end, no worries, you can always change it. It's just the acrylic paint we are using today, so you can just go as many times as you like on top of these colors. Okay, so as you can see, I don't really go everywhere, but kind of pick one spot and add more color there, leave a little spot. I leave a little bit of space between. Okay, so now next color I'm gonna use is a little bit darker brown. I'm sorry, lighter brown. So I'm just gonna take a little bit brown, a little bit of white, and I'm also taking a little bit of orange. Okay, all right. Now I'm just gonna work mostly on the edges of this area. Okay, I maybe want to make it more darker. It's hard to see that, so. Okay, let me make it more darker here. Okay, now these are just a background color. I like to say is because we're gonna go back on this moon after we are done with the background, so don't think about too much about this moon. Just keep going, keep adding this color here. I'm gonna add a lot of white later. Okay, and I'm also gonna add a little bit of this color on some area here, so not everywhere, but just picking a little random spot here, and then I'm also gonna add some down here. Okay, that's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna clean my brush. All right, so the next color I'm gonna use is just a plain orange and a little bit of white too, but I'm done with this brush, so I'm just gonna take my small round brush. Oh, you can see the number on this one. Okay, so before I take my paint, I'm just gonna dip it in my water. All right, so now I'm gonna make that nice light color, light orange. So I'm just gonna take a little bit orange, and I'm also using a little bit of red this time, and a little bit of white. Mixing everything together. It's almost like a pink shade. Okay, now I'm just gonna go around my moon. Now I'm gonna go very slow because I don't want to go inside my moon area. You can also turn your canvas if you like. I like to do that. Okay, all right, I'm just gonna go one time like this, and the next color I'm gonna use is gonna be a little bit of almost a similar color, but I'm not using any more orange. I'm just gonna use red here. So I'm taking a little bit of white, a little bit of red. Okay, and I'm also taking a little bit of blue this time, just a little bit blue. And I'm gonna mix it all together. It's almost gonna turn like a purple shade. Okay, now I'm gonna repeat the same thing. I'm just gonna go around my moon. Not really gonna blend right now. I'll show you how I blend this later. But I'm just gonna go around this color here. Okay, all right, now I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, and I'm also gonna dry. Alright, now I'm gonna blend these colors. Now if you want to use your flat brush, maybe if you have a little smaller than this flat brush, maybe like half of this, you can use the flat brush. It will be so much easier. But I'm gonna use this brush. Okay, so I'm just gonna go between these two colors like this to blend it all together. Just gonna go between that color, gonna go a little bit on the orange, a little bit on the purple. Now if you're painting on the easel, it will be much easier for you because you don't have to, turn your canvas, go back and forth, so you don't have to do that if you are painting on an easel. Okay, so I think I like this. I'm not gonna go too many times. I might want to add a little bit more pink here, so I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm just gonna make that pink color by taking a little bit of orange, a little bit of red, and a little bit of white. Okay, I'm gonna go back on this area wherever I feel like I made it too dark. I'm just gonna go one more time there. So that's why I said earlier, there is no right, no wrong in here. You can make it lighter, you can make it darker. It's completely up to you. Alright, now I'm gonna go between those two colors one more time. Since I have a lighter color on my brush, I'm not gonna clean my brush. If I have a darker color, I like to clean my brush, if that makes sense. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and blend this. Okay, I think I like this. Now I'm just gonna keep going and make this circle bigger and bigger, and for this I'm just gonna use that darker color, darker purple I made earlier. So I'm just gonna make this circle bigger. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go between all these colors. As I'm going, I'm just gonna blend it all together. As you can see, I'm going in a circular motion here. Okay, alright, now the next color I'm gonna add is gonna be more like a blue color. So here I'm just gonna use a plain blue. So just gonna take a blue, and I'm mostly gonna fill, let's say, so here let me start adding this blue down here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add like a little bit of water area right here, right? So my water area is gonna be maybe from here to here. So I'm just gonna add a little line, like a diagonal line down here, right there. Now everything on the top I'm gonna fill it with the blue. Okay, so I'm just gonna go around my moon first. Okay, now after I add this circle, I'm just gonna blend these two colors together. Now again, if you want to use your flat brush, you can also use that. Now to go between these two colors, I'm just gonna do the same thing like I did earlier. I'm not gonna go all the way to the middle here where I have this orange. I'm just gonna go mostly on the purple and the blue area. Okay, now I'm just gonna fill everything with the blue only. So let me just go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna keep going on that circular motion also on this area here. Okay, I think I like that. Alright, so now I'm gonna blend all these colors one more time. So I'm gonna take a little bit of red this time, just a plain red here. And I'm gonna go ahead and add one line here, maybe one line here, maybe a little bit down here. Okay, now I'm just gonna blend all these colors together. And I'm also adding a little bit of white. Same thing, white here, white here. Okay, now I'm just gonna go ahead and blend all these colors on my canvas. I like to do this every time I paint, painting like this, so that every time I have a different shade everywhere. But you can definitely mix your color on your paper plate if you are not comfortable doing this way. But I like to do it this way. It's just so much better for me. Okay, now everybody's different. If you're again not comfortable doing this way, you don't have to do it this way. Okay, this looks so good already. Okay, so now I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna apply a little bit of that lighter purple now. So I'm just gonna clean my brush. Okay, now do you remember how we made that color? I'm gonna take a little bit of white, just a little bit of red. You know what, I'm also gonna take a little bit of orange. Okay, I'm taking a little bit of blue and I'm gonna mix it all together. Alright, now I'm just gonna apply this on this area right here, because I feel like I want to make this area more lighter. Okay, now I'm just gonna go around. Whenever you feel like you have too dark on your brush, you can clean your brush. I'm just gonna, clean my brush here. Take that same light color, gonna go around. Okay, I'm just gonna do that same thing. I'm gonna go around my moon. Okay, now if you feel like it's hard to blend these colors, you can always let the whole thing dry and then you can go back with some more paint on top. Alright, so now I'm just gonna move on to this bottom right here area. So first I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, and then I'm just gonna apply a little bit of darker blue down here. So first I'm gonna take a little bit of blue, just a little bit of black here. So more blue, less black. And I'm also taking a little bit of white here. Okay, now I'm just gonna apply this color right here, because again this is all the water area down here. So I'm just gonna add a line. I hope you can see this line. If not, I can make it darker. Let me check. Yeah, let me make it darker. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a little bit more black paint here. Okay, now I'm just gonna go across left and right and add more blue down here. Now I don't want to make it too dark, so I'm not gonna go too many times here. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna also add a little bit of white. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take a little white and I'm gonna mostly apply in the middle here because of my that's where I have the moon, right? So I'm just gonna add like lines in the middle here like that. Okay, I'm just gonna add a little bit more. You can also go a little bit more on the left and right area too. You don't have to just go in the middle. Okay, you can blend it all together if you like, or you can just leave it like that. Now I also like to add a little bit of this, I want to say a peach color or purple color I have. So let me clean my brush. And I'm gonna make that color here very quickly. Okay. And I love this color. I'm just gonna apply a little bit more on this area too here. Okay, and I'm also gonna apply it down here. Now I don't want to blend these colors, so I'm just gonna go like 1 or 2 times on like each area here. Because if I go too many times, it will be too dark. So I'm just gonna go apply a line like that. I'm just gonna, you know, leave it alone. Just gonna keep adding more like that. Okay, I think I like that. I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, alright, so now I'm gonna use my flat brush here. I have this, and I'm just gonna go around my moon with the flat brush because I really want to blend this a little bit better than what I have right now. So I'm just gonna go very lightly. I'm just gonna touch my canvas here. As you can see, I'm using like a flat brush. Okay. I think I like that. I'm not gonna go too many times. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna work on adding a little ground area down here. So for that, I'm just using a brown paint to be honest, and I'm gonna use my small brush, my middle brush I mean, and I'm just gonna take a little brown and also a little bit of white. Okay, and then I'm just gonna apply it down here. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit more brown and just a little bit more white, and I'm just gonna make some area more darker like that because, you know, I don't like just one color on my painting. Like, okay, alright, so I think I like that. I have some blue in it, but that's okay. Alright, so now I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna add a little bit of you know, kind of a little fence here. Okay, so for that, I'm just gonna use black and brown both. So first I'm gonna use black. So let me take a little black, and I'm using my same brush here because I want to make that wood nice and thick. But if you want to make your wood nice and thin, you can use a small brush. Okay, so first I'm gonna add a line right here. I'm gonna go all the way on the bottom. I'm just gonna make this wood a little bit more thicker here. Because like I said before, I don't want to make any lines so thin. Okay, alright, I'm just gonna add more lines, almost the same size. So I'm just gonna add like one here. Now it's okay if it's like if some is so small, some are too big. That's okay. It doesn't have to be like too perfect. Okay, so I'm just gonna keep adding more like that. one last, maybe right here. Now I want to go back on this one. I want to make it a little bit more tall. Okay, like that. Okay, I'm gonna add one last on this area here. Okay, all right, so now I'm just gonna connect this, and I'm still using my same brush. So I'm gonna connect all the top of this line. So let's say maybe like this. Okay. Alright, now I'm gonna add another one in the middle. This is gonna be slightly a bit small one that I used this time. So okay, I'm barely using tip of my brush here. Okay, I think like that. Okay, so now I am gonna go back on my my ground down here, and I'm gonna add some more brown. So I'm gonna clean my brush. Okay, and I'm just gonna take some brown, and I'm just gonna go mostly on this line area I have here, because I want to make these edges more darker. And I'm grabbing a little bit of black, which is good because it's gonna make it a little bit more darker than what you have. Okay, I'm just gonna take a little bit more brown. I'm just gonna go very random space here, make some, you know, dot steps. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with a little bit of black here. I'm gonna go under this area right here. Okay, and just very randomly down here. Okay, all right. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry guys. Okay, I don't know what I was thinking, but I'm gonna bring this line all the way to the edge of my canvas. So I don't want to stop this line here. So I'm gonna bring it all the way to here. Okay, I'm just gonna add like a couple more lines, more vertical lines like this. Just one here, one on the edge maybe. Okay, and then I'm just gonna connect down here. There you go. All right, that's better. Okay, so now what I'm gonna do is you can also let this dry a little bit before you move on to the next part, but I'm just gonna go for it and add some more white on my moon. So here I'm just gonna clean my brush, and I'm gonna use my small brush this time for this part. So what I like to do is before I take paint, I'm just gonna dip it in my water here first. Alright, so now I'm just gonna take a little bit of white, and I'm just gonna add some depths. You can also use your other brush if you like, but I'm just gonna add some dots like that. So what I like to do is maybe pick a spot and add some dots or depths, leave some space, do the same thing. Okay, and then I'm just gonna do the same thing here too, but I'm gonna make this area more lighter, and I'm not gonna add too many of white dots on the left side. Okay, so something like that. Sometimes it looks really good in the picture. Okay, I like that. Alright, so now I'm also gonna do the same thing, maybe a little bit in the top here, the middle. Okay, just some spots on this side. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing with just a brown paint here, but just on this side here. Okay. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add some stars. Now I'm just gonna use my small brush and just a white paint here, and I'm just gonna make like dots everywhere. So what I like to do is just maybe add some dots kind of together, leave a little space, and do the same thing instead of, you know, adding these dots everywhere. I'm gonna use my almost like this shade of the footprint. Okay, so let me make that color here, orange, a little bit of pink, and a little bit of white. You know, usually the footprints are a little bit darker, but I'm gonna do the opposite this time. You can definitely use a black color if you like, but I'm just gonna make a little footprint with this color. So I have a person maybe working on this, right? So just maybe a little dot here, one more next to that. Okay, so something like this. Okay, I think I like that. Okay, so now I'm gonna start adding a nice a branch. So I'm gonna add a nice flowers. So here I'm just gonna clean my brush. I'm just gonna start adding a branch coming from here, going a bit down. Now here's the trick. What I like to do is take a little bit of paint, and on this paint I like to add some water. And I'm gonna mix it all together. So if I do it this way, if I add my branches this way, I don't have to go over my branches like, you know, 4 or 5 times to make it darker. So here I'm just gonna take a little bit paint, and I'm just gonna go ahead and add a branch coming down like that. And also have a branch going over my moon. So maybe I'm just gonna start from here. Okay, and then I'm just gonna go over my moon. Okay, I'm just gonna keep adding more. Okay, and I have another branch coming down, coming from here. Okay, it's gonna go all the way on this water area right here. Okay, alright, now I'm just gonna add like small little branches coming from the bigger branch. Now it's okay if the background color is still wet and you're grabbing that color. That's okay, because it's okay to have these branches like, you know, it's okay to have a different color on these branches. I don't want to make it too scoopier, but I think this is what all I'm gonna do. I don't want to add too many branches going over my moon, but just maybe some there. Okay, I'm just gonna make this area more darker where the branches is coming from. As you can see, I by mistakenly did that, but that's okay. I can just work it around. There you go. Okay, I guess that's all I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna start adding some flowers. So I'm gonna just use my middle brush here for that. So I clean my brush and I'm gonna start using my red color. Okay, so first I'm gonna use my red, and I'm just using red. You can definitely use different color if you like. Okay, now what I like to do, I don't want to go too crazy adding these colors, flowers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna, you know, add one on the tip of my flower. I'm sorry, tip of my branches. I'm just gonna go over my all the branches I have and add one on the tip first. I'm showing you like a very easy way to add these flowers. Okay, so I'm just gonna cover all the tip of my branches with the tip of this I'm sorry, the dot of this red, if that makes sense. Okay, there you go. Alright, so now what I'm gonna do is let's say I'm gonna work on this branch here first. I'm just gonna add like 4 or 5 dots like that. Okay, I'm gonna leave a little space, and then I'm gonna add another one maybe right here. Okay, I'm just gonna do the same thing. Add some more on the tip first, leave a little space, and there you go. Now it's okay if you grab some little bit of black there. It's gonna give also a little different shade than having just a one red color there. Okay, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. So I also want to see the branches on this painting, so that's why I don't want to cover my whole. And you can also use the different colors here, like instead of using just a red or orange, you can also use some yellow. Yellow will look really good in here, and maybe light purple or more white maybe. So yeah, you can just use any color you like. Okay, same thing with the orange. I'm just gonna go where I already add my red, so just maybe 1 or 2 dots. Okay, so the next color I'm gonna use is gonna be lighter red or the orange. Let me just make sure. Okay, I'm gonna clean my brush here first, and then I'm gonna make like a light orange, because I already have the pink in the background, so I don't want to make that same color. Oopsie. Okay, you just need a little bit there, and I'm gonna mix the red and I'm sorry, orange and the white together. Okay, I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm just gonna add like some dots, but not too many. And I'm not really adding any on this area because my moon is already like similar color there. As you can see, I'm not going everywhere, just maybe adding a little bit of touch of this color. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do. Now I'm gonna clean my brush and I'm gonna do the same thing with just white. As you can see, I'm not really adding on the moon area here. You can definitely go back with some more red if you like. Okay, I think that's all I'm gonna do with that. All right, so now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna clean my brush here and I'm gonna go over my fence with some brown. So here I'm just gonna take some brown and I'm just gonna go like one time. I'm just gonna make my brown a little bit lighter so it's easy to see at least. Okay, that is good. All right, so now I'm just gonna go like one time on like fence. As you can see it, I'm just going like very randomly here because I'm trying not to make anything so perfect here. Okay, we don't want to make anything perfect here. Okay, and I'm just gonna go around. I'm just gonna go on top of the line here. I'm just making a little bit more lighter here. I'm just gonna go over it one more time. That is good. I like this. Okay, let me just make sure. That is looking so good. I don't know, because of the maybe. There you go. That is better. So this is looking so cute. Okay, I like this. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and add maybe a little bit more white on this footprint area. So let me take a little bit more white and just gonna add like, you know, the touch there, touch of this. Okay, I like this. What do you think about this? I might want to go around my moon with a little bit of white. So taking a little bit of white and a little bit of water here. I don't want to make it too dark, you know, so okay. And I'm just gonna go around my moon. So let me see, something like this. I'm not too worried about where I have the branches, I'm sorry. So yeah. Okay, I think I like this. I don't want to go too many times here, but all I did is maybe just add a little touch of white, you know. Oh, and you know what, I forgot to mention about this this lamp I have here. Let me show you. It's right here. As you can see, it's so bright, and you can also move it up or down. Let me show you. Okay, so yeah, you can also move it up and down like that if you want. If you're making a video or something like that, or even you're reading or something, I mean, it's very easy to use this, and it's really heavy. It's a really heavy duty. I mean, you cannot hold this with the one hand, trust me. So that is a good thing. And you can also move this right here, like up and down, and also here. So just hold it and bring it up and down. So yeah, something like that. And I mean, you can also use this to turn, and you can change the light, you can dim it, you can change it to the warm or the cold color. So there you go, warm, cold. You can make it as bright as you like. You can also make it, you know, a little bit lighter. If you're reading something, this is the best one. I mean, as you can see, it's like a very warm. This is very light. You can make a video or something like that. And the one feature I like most about it is when you touch it, it turn it off and turn it on. So you just have to like tap it, and yeah, you just have to like, you know, tap it here. I mean, that's cool. I like that. So yeah, here is my lamp. It's my new lamp. I am really excited about this. It's really good. So I don't have to use that little round thing one anymore. This really gives me that nice focus I need on my video. So look at how high it goes. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I love that feature thing where you can, you know, just touch and turn it off and turn it on. It's my new toy. So I am really enjoying that. Now again, if you are interested in something like this, I'm gonna put the link down below. You can check it out. If you have any question, I can also answer your question. So yeah, here I'm all done. What do you think about this painting? I really enjoy making this. Let me know what you think about this painting. I love to know. And if you have any question, please let me know. So I'm just moving these lights here so you can see how it looks like in a slightly little lighter area. So this is how it looks like. This is so nice. Now if you have any question about this, please let me know in the comment. I love to answer your questions if you have any. And don't forget to clean all of your brushes with some dish soap water so that you can use this brushes again, right? Alright, so now yeah, here I'm all done. I will see you next time whenever we paint again together, or maybe for any DIY. Alright, take care. So bye.